A summary of Dual Citizens by Alix Ohlin. Dual Citizens isn't a book with a high concept plot or a dramatic twist. Instead, it's a quiet, profound, and well-crafted exploration of identity, artistry, and the bond of sisterhood. The story starts with Lark. When we first meet her, she's a quiet, observant girl living in Montreal with her emotionally distant and her self-involved model. Marine. Marine is a fascinating character in her own right. A woman governed by her whims and romantic entanglements. Often failing in her maternal duties, Lark learns early on to be self-sufficient, to live inside her own head. She finds a kind of solace in her music, in the orderly patterns of the piano, but it's a lonely existence. This loneliness is shattered, in the best possible way, with the arrival of her half-sister, Robin. Robin is everything Lark is not. Wild, untamed, fiercely passionate, and often silent in a way that speaks of deep turmoil rather than quiet observation. She comes to live with them after her own father abandons her, and from the moment she arrives, an unshakable bond is formed. Lark, the thoughtful musician, and Robin, the intense artist, becomes one another's world. They create a private universe, a pack of mutual survivor against the neglect and instability of adults around them. Lark becomes Robin's protector, her translator to the world, and Robin becomes Lark's purpose. This dynamic defines their childhood and sets the trajectory for their entire lives. Their mother, Marine, is a less parent and a mother more of a background figure, occasionally intruding with their dramas but largely leaving the girls to raise each other. As they grow into young women, their paths begin to diverge, yet they remain tied. Lark, incredibly gifted, wins a scholarship to a prestigious music school in Boston. It's a ticker out, but a chance to immerse herself is struck, demanding world of classical piano, but even here, she feels like an outsider. She's talented, but she lacks the cutthroat ambition of her peers. She begins to find her true calling, not in performance, but in the technical, behind-the-scenes art of sound recording. It's here she discovers a way to capture music, to preserve moments of beauty and truth, which becomes a powerful metaphor for her life's entire work. Meanwhile, Robin, after a turbulent adolescence, follows her own artistic impulses to New York City. She becomes a filmmaker, but not in the traditional scene. Her art is radical, personal, and deeply unconventional. She creates haunting, experimental films that explores the edges of shot. Her work is brilliant but unstable, mirroring her own internal state. She lives on the fridge, moving from one precarious situation to another, always burning intensely. And this is where the central drama of the novel unfolds. Lark, now building a stable career in sound design, constantly finds herself pulled into Robin's orbit of crisis. She is the emergency contact, the one who flies to New York to Robin out, to find herself a new apartment, to nurse herself back to health. It's a cycle that repeats itself for years. Lark's life becomes a dual existence, her own personal, professional pursuits, and the full-time job of being Robin's sister. The title, Dual Citizens, operates on so many levels. Literally, they are Canadian girls navigating adult life in America, but more profoundly, they are citizens of two emotional states, independence and emancipation. Lark is a citizen of world of order and sound, but her passport is always stained by the chaotic world of Robin. Robin is a citizen of an artistic fringe, but her survival depends on her connection to Lark's world of stability. The novel asks a painful but essential question. When does care become codependence? When does royalty become a limitation? Lark has to confront the fact that her identity has been so deeply woven to Robin's protector that she isn't sure who she is without that role. She loves her sister with the ferocity that is novel's backbone, but that love becomes at a cost to her own autonomy. A pivotal moment comes when Lark takes an extreme step to force a change. Without giving away too much, she makes a choice that is both a betrayal and act of profound love. An introversion designed to finally make Robin stand their own home, and doing it so to force herself to let go. The third act of the book is about aftermath of this rupture. It's about the long, slow work of redefining a relationship that has been the cornerstone of their existence since childhood. It's about learning to see her sister not as a responsibility or a force of nurture, but as a whole separate person. And for Lark, it's about finally stepping out of the supporting role and becoming the protagonist of her own story. Dual Citizen is a beautiful novel about families we are born into and the families we choose. It's about the art we create and the lives we shape, and how the two are often inseparable. It's a quiet meditation on the fact that the most significant journey we can ever take is not across continents, but towards a true understanding of people we love, and ultimately towards ourselves. It's a masterpiece of character-driven fiction and a testament to enduring, complicated, and absolutely essential power of sisterhood. Thank you for listening.